Okay, I can't show you the research page for my next video.
What?
Question. This is a mystery that everybody that's ever watched Pokemon on wonders. In Mystery of the Lighthouse, episode 13, Professor Oak states that Gary has 45 Pokemon. Yet about 15 episodes later, in episode 28, Primate Goes Bananas, the professor says that Gary has 30 Pokemon. What does this mean? Is this an error? Did Gary lose Pokemon? Well, this is how I see it.
Or did he gain 30 Pokemon?
I think that it means he has already caught 30 Pokemon. It means he's captured 30 Pokemon since Mystery of the Lighthouse. Meaning that at the time of Primate Goes Bananas, he has 75 Pokemon. Wow, 75 Pokemon, Gary. You've been on your Pokemon journey for about 10 months. For about 6 months. Wow, isn't that awesome? In half a year, Gary has 75 Pokemon, where Ash has, I don't know.
5?
No, Primate Goes Bananas, the episode where he catches Primate. How many Pokemon does he have? And by that, I mean total Pokedex completion, including evolved forms and released Pokemon. So yeah, it would have Pikachu, Pidgeotto, Caterpie, Metapod, Butterfree, even though they were technically released, Squirtle, Bulbasaur, Krabby, and Charmander. He has 9 Pokemon by the end of that episode. And by the end of that episode, Gary has 75 Pokemon. Isn't that awesome?
Sure.
And by the time of that episode showdown at the Poke Corral, that takes place about the day after Ash gets his 8th badge. Do you know something awesome? Remember, it's only like a day after Ash gets his 8th badge, and they're looking at the Pokemon, and Misty and Brock were like, wow, Gary has over 200 Pokemon on. So that's amazing. Gary not only has extra badges, Gary has over 200 Pokemon on to the point. Wow. And aren't there only like Mason, are there only 150 Pokemon in the first generation games? Yeah, 150. So how does Gary have over 200? Did he go to other regions or something? Wait, Mason. You know how Gary had badges that you know how only 3 of Gary's badges looked like Kanto region badges? So, where do you think what region do you think the other 7 badges came from?
Johto?
Nah, none of them look like Johto badges. Hey, Mason, you know that Pokemon game that's being released this year the day before my birthday?
Wait, what?
You know that Pokemon game that's being released this year the day before my birthday? You know that one?
Yeah.
So do you think the badges come from that region? Since we know that region does have gyms, do you think it does? Come on. So it might be possible that Gary has badges from Pokemon from the Generation 8 region. That would explain why Gary has badges that don't look like the badges from any of the current 7 regions we have.
No, remember there's two gyms in Kanto that really hated each other?
The Yas Gym and the Kaz Gym of Dark City?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, in that episode Showdown in Dark City. Only thing And Gary couldn't, if Gary had those, he couldn't have registered in the Pokemon League, as neither of those two gyms had official Pokemon League status. Which means that they. So how could Gary have badges that weren't officially authorized? Wait, wasn't there also another unofficial gym in the Hoenn region? You know, with the Pelipper? Yeah, anyway, enough about unofficial gyms. We know that these badges had to come from official gyms or else Gary couldn't register with them. So the most likely reason is they're from that other region that hasn't been released yet. Do you know what it's called, Mason?
Gallo?
Yeah. So isn't that awesome? Gary has badges that from a region that Ash had back in the 1990s.
There might not just be 8 gyms. There might be 20 gyms.
20 gyms?
Yeah. Because when... Oh, no one robbed him. I'll stay here.
Oh, and this would also explain why that person, Otoshi with the Marowak, also had badges that look nothing like Kanto, Johto, or any of the regions. Isn't that amazing? In 21 years ago, Gary was shown with badges from a region Ash hasn't even been to yet. Isn't that amazing?
Sure.
And the reason why I say 21 years ago is because that episode Showdown in the Poke Corral was aired in 1998. So he closed the mystery of the Lighthouse. And Primate goes bananas. That's 30 Pokemon he obtained since Mystery of the Lighthouse.